I've hit shots that felt amazing and ended up terrible, and shots that felt awful that actually worked. Golf isn't scored on how pure a shot feels, it's scored on where it starts and how predictable the shot is. Hey, this is ThreePuttPaulie, aka the Golf Tech Nerd. If you're a newer golfer or a long-time golfer who still struggles, you probably heard the term pure quite a bit. Pure strike, pure contact, pure iron shots, and it sounds great. But here's the problem. Most golfers use feel to judge shots, even though feel doesn't always tell you where the ball is going. Feel is not always real. Now, I'm not a coach. I'm certainly not a scratch golfer. I'm just a normal golfer who started paying attention to my data. And what it showed me completely changed how I judge my shots. So before I go any further, let me kind of explain something up front. This idea in today's video, it might feel a little counterintuitive at first, maybe even a little confusing as you watch it play out, but that's okay. I felt the same way when I first saw the data. So if at some point you're thinking, wait, how is this better than that? Well, stick with me. We'll get through it. So by the end, hopefully the difference between these two shots will make a lot more sense. So for a long time, I thought good shots had to feel amazing, soft, effortless, nothing in the hands, that wonderful click when you just nail it and you don't feel any resistance. But when I started looking at the numbers of my shots, I noticed something important. Some shots that felt great didn't score well, and some shots that felt average actually played better. So that's when I stopped asking, did that feel pure? And started asking, where did the ball start? And was my miss predictable or not? So when I say start, I'm talking about the start line. I'm talking about the first few yards of the flight. Not where the ball curves, not where it lands, just this. Did it start left of my target or right of it or roughly where I aimed? That's something you can see with your eyes, no launch monitor needed. So for comparison, let's take a look at two shots from a recent session. Both were hit with my 20-degree Adams Pro Mini Hybrid. Shout out to Adams. Their old school stuff was so good, is still so good for beginner golfers. These shots here are from the Adams 20-degree Pro Mini, same session, same intention, but very different results. Let's take a peek at FlightScope Golf on the iPad here. Here is shot one. This one felt pure, great strike, exactly the shot that golfers love. Club speed is 83.8 miles per hour. Ball speed is 118.5, gives us a smash of 1.41. Efficient contact, it's a pure shot. But now let's take a look at the start line. Okay, look at that, ouch. The ball launches more than 10 degrees left. That's the blue number at the top right. The face is pointed left at impact. So even though the strike was excellent, the ball started in the wrong place. Once a shot starts that far left, it doesn't really matter how pure it felt. So the shot felt great, but it had no prayer of it going where I wanted it to. So now let's take a look at shot 7. This one did not feel pure. Club speed is actually higher here. Go back to dashboard. Club speed is actually higher, 86 miles per hour, but ball speed drops to 108.6. Speed higher for the club, ball lower, which means smash falls down. You can see it in the face impact. Let's pull up face impact. There we go. The strike moved off center compared to shot 1. Shot 1's a little closer to the center. This really just shows how golf truly is a game of millimeters. The shot 7 moved off center. That's why it didn't feel so great. But now look at the start line. The ball starts almost exactly where I was aimed, less than 1 degree left. It curves hard to the right, but it starts in the window it intended. Let's take a look at this. I haven't shown you the flight yet. Let's look at the flight of these two shots. Bam, just off to the left. It stays left. Yeah, it carried 173. Finished at 15 and a half yards to the left. But once it went left, I had no idea where it was going to go. Let's take a look at shot 7. Boom. Went straight, carried shorter. Actually finished farther right, but it went in the direction it was supposed to. So let me explain kind of why these two shots feel very different to me, even though neither one was great, to be totally honest. Shot 1 was the better strike, more distance, better efficiency, but it launched way left from the start. Once the ball starts that far flying, I got nothing to work with. I didn't misjudge it. I didn't get unlucky. The ball never had a chance to go where I wanted. And that's not really a miss I can correct. But shot 7 It's different. Strike wasn't clean, the distance was shorter, and it finished even farther off target, but it started in the direction I intended. That matters more than it sounds. When a shot starts where I aimed but curves too much, that's something I can fix. That's a grip change, lesson, swing adjustment, whatever. But it tells me what the problem is. When a shot launches wildly offline from the beginning, I don't get that information. I just got a bad shot to the left. So I'm not saying shot 7 was better. I'm saying it was more correctable. And that is the shift I'm making. Pure helps distance, yes. But start line tells me whether the shot is usable and correctable. If I can get the ball starting in the right window consistently, I know the rest is something I can work on. If I can trust the start line, if I can't trust the start line, everything else is just guesswork. If this helped, make sure you like and subscribe. I've got more videos coming where I break this stuff down from my less than average golfer's perspective. And remember, bad swings are part of the deal. Good data gives you something to work with.